Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rehab Dialogue, a space where science shakes hand with sarcasm and research meets real life. Now, if you've ever sprinted behind a player with a tape roll in hand, or probably Googled return to play timeline at 1 a.m., this session is for you. Joining me today is someone who's been there, redefining what sports physiotherapy means. We have with us today Dr. Alagappan Thiyagarajan, sir. Sir is a senior faculty and researcher at MAHSA University, Malaysia. Now, he is the kind of mentor who can talk about muscle physiology and mental fortitude both in the same sentence, and he can make it both sound cool. So, sir, welcome to Rehab Dialogue, and let's start.
Thank you, Hanzala.
So,
So it's like I'm really happy to be here. Yes, Hanzala.
I'm very excited as well. So, let us start with the first segment. The first segment is more on the origins of you in sports physiology, sports physiotherapy, right? So, my first question, let's start with the origin story. When did sports physiotherapy first catch your heart? Like, was it passion, was it accident, or pure destiny?
I think it's a combination of everything.
Okay.
So it started with when I was doing my second year bachelor's of physiotherapy. I was very curious on seeing cricket. Like my entire family sees cricket.
Oh,
My
that's
mother is very
wonderful.
fond of it. So what we did is when we were seeing cricket, Nitin Patel was the physiotherapist for Indian team at that time.
Okay.
So when Mr. Nitin Patel was coming rushing onto the field, put some space on Sachin Tendulkar, and again Sachin goes for batting. So I think like I was thinking like what he does in that spray, what he made immediately to make Sachin play again. That was a fascinating thing happened, and I thought like maybe like from the second year, end of the second year, I believe, bachelor's second year, way back on 20, 22 years back, 2005 it was. That was the first time I was very impressed on sports physiotherapy. It's like knowing or unknowing, I don't believe, like I was very impressive on that. And I met Nitin Patel on 2011 or 2010, I believe, in a coffee shop in Chennai, where
No,
we
that's
shared so much of
wonderful.
things. Where we shared so much of things. And I think like, it's combination of everything. It's
Okay.
combination of everything. And the biggest thing is after my bachelor's, maybe I was very curious on joining sports physiotherapy. I think my mother also played a huge role. When I was struggling to juggle between whether want to do masters or whether need to stop at the bachelor's level, it was my mother who pushed me to the master's level, and my wife played a big part when I did PhD. So,
That's wonderful, sir. It's
mother.
very
So yeah, it was from my mother again, and I became very serious after I joined MPT Sports. Yes, Ansala.
okay. So that's really wonderful to know that it was a mixture of everything, a little passion, a little accident, and pure destiny.
All
So,
together, all together.
yes. Coming to the next question, what was your early career like? Like any moment that made you think, yes, this is exactly where I belong, or it made you quizzical that whether you chose the right thing? Like the beginning
When I
phase?
the beginning phase, yes, it was. I'm very really blessed to work with so many good physios. So when I joined long back at 2009, 8 and all, 8 was my first assignment. 2008 was my third first assignment. Thank to like I should thank for so much of association based on Chennai and both at national and international level. They reckoned me when I went there. They reckoned me, and I would like to share a small story, Ansala.
Sure,
I
sure.
was
We would
checking for
love
some
it.
tournaments to. Yes. Uh, I was checking for some tournaments to be started with. I want to work in few tournaments. So I called to Tamil Nadu Tennis Association. That
Okay.
was way back on. So I called them, and the day when I called them, the secretary passed away. Okay.
Oh, that's
Then
sad.
I called to the secretary's office. The secretary of the TNTA passed away, and his wife said, like, "Oh, it's very fine that you called him to meet him, but he is no more. But I'll get your number. I'll get you back in another few days. Today morning he passed away." Then I was like, okay, I will be searching for some other teams or some other sport also. basically I was wide open to work on any sport on my
Okay.
initial day. The
Okay.
first
Okay.
assignment can be at any sport.
Any sport.
Then that gentlewoman called me after 3 days. Yeah, and she called me and she said, like, please contact this guy. He is the new secretary. I said about
Okay.
you. So, so there
Okay.
is an
That's
opportunity
wonderful.
to work with that tournament. That is an opportunity. So that was my first assignment. Then from there, so I think like the search which I do for improving myself is the first point. I was so fascinated. So the first thing is that there was more fire on me. I believe that there is so much fire on me. Still there is so much fire on me left it to work more in this field, and there is so much fire on me. And the second thing which I want to tell is. I think during the on-field time, there was so many happiness happened on me. Like I put them back. It is not possible to put the player back all the times. Okay,
True.
but yes, there are few occasions I did some magics there, and seeing them back, seeing them performing them again, like it's wonderful.
It's
So
wonderful. I
these
can
two three
understand.
things, yeah, these two three things really made me to stay happy, and there are sometimes I felt like I'm lagging at this part, maybe the communication part, maybe the disciplinary part, maybe the educational part. I think I worked on all those small, every glimpses where I felt that there was lagging. Both I get the feedback from the outside people and I also introspect myself and I keep working. So I think combination of all these things made me to stay for longer in this field.
I would like to bring up a point for all those audience who will be watching this video. The wonderful thing that you said was you kept on improving yourself in all arenas. It was academic, it was
Yes.
leadership, it was communication. So this is something which is the key part, I think, for any profession to flourish. That you need to work on yourself, and you need to work on yourself consistently. Also, in my for my first question, you answered it was a combination of three things: passion, accident, and destiny. But I am pretty sure the highest thing was passion. You're very passionate for sports, and I think the audience can see it as well. So that's one
Yes.
thing. Yeah. Coming on
Yes.
to the next question, sir, if you're done with the answer of that previous one. The next question is, how did your academic and field experiences, especially at MAHSA University where you're currently working, shape your perspective on what modern rehabilitation should stand for?
After I came to Malaysia here, it was more of academic and research.
Okay,
So this is how my platform started. After working more on on field, like I worked several tournaments, both in national and international.
that's
I
wonderful.
covered like 3 to 4 major games. I said you about the issue which I faced with cricket when I started, right? One
Yes,
day
sir.
I
Yes,
shared
sir.
with you, right? Long back.
Yes, sir.
After that, what I thought is like when this door is open, let me knock some other door. Let me start to work on some other sport. So I worked extensively in tennis. I worked more extensively in football sport, track and field, hockey. So I reached multi-sport. I started to
That's
reach
wonderful.
multi-sport, and each sport teaches me something. When I go there, the injuries are more bound to that specific sport, and it teaches me a lot every time when I go to the field. With the aspects of preparing myself, with the aspect of going there, spending time, with the aspect of handling a team of physios, I take 2 or 3 physios with me also. So every time it teaches me something, and from there, after working more on clinicals, there was a time during the COVID time. I thought like, what is the next step to climb from here? What can be the next step from here? Then I thought more extensive research, more helping for the next generation set of people. See, right now I'm close to 40, where I think like I'm in a phase where I have to give it back to the profession, something which I got.
True. That's so very important. That is what
So I
separates
landed up
good people from the rest, right?
exactly. So that was there for me. Thanks for my family also. They are very supportive on doing all these steps. Particularly my wife and kids and my entire mother family, everyone. Like, they are all very supportive. So what it was is I was about to give it back, and that's how I landed up in academics. But things were not what I expected in academics. It was totally
Okay.
different. But there was so much of passion for making the next set of people improving. That I really love it. And the second thing which I feel is when it comes to international standards, right now where I am, I'm helping people with several countries, all smaller countries. I'm helping so much of people. I'm trying to make our country, particularly our nation sports physios to perform better. And I am also eyeing for doing a bigger one. Still, there is something in my basket left. So I want to do that bigger one also. Other than that, it's totally fine. And, like more of research now, more of research, more of technical aspects, more of how we have to improve ourselves. These are the
True.
things which I'm working really hard here.
True, true, true. So that's wonderful and that's very inspiring to all of us. With that, let's move to the next segment. The next segment is about the evolving physio identity. Now, initially, people used to say that sports physios used to be, the ice pack people, that whenever there is an injury on field, they grab an ice pack and place it. Now, sports physios are a part coach, they are part scientists, they are part therapists. So, you have an extensive experience in the field. So, can you shed some light on what actually triggered this entire transformation from ice pack to being a coach, a scientist, a therapist, all in one hat?
That's really a wonderful question, Ansala. Long back, I believe like sports physiotherapy is quite popular for the last 25 to 30 years in India. It was way back in other countries.
Other
In
countries.
India, yeah, it is way back in other countries. And when it comes across to the question which you asked, yes, early we don't have more gadgets. Okay, when you go to on field, the ultimate thing which we have is cryotherapy and bit of vapocoolant sprays. This is what we have in the kitty. The problem is again the problem is we don't explore more there. Like sports science till now in India, it's coming up.
True,
It's not a well
true,
established one.
true,
It's coming up. Okay, but sports science professionals are a combination of biomechanics, exercise physiology, fitness, massage, physiotherapy, medicine, but everything. It comes in a combination.
true.
And like when the gear of performance is to be at the high standard for the athlete's requirement, and automatically we also have improved to the higher standards. So the demand meets the requirement here. The athletes wants to make the physios to be with them, perform more with them, work more on the technical aspect because the athlete sports age is anywhere between 10 to 20 years. All the legends, maximum they'll be on the field for 25 years on their particular sport. So
True.
within that, like always the hungry is there to achieve also.
Achieve. True, true, true.
Yeah, there to achieve more.
So
So
we
what
definitely
happens,
have to
like
match their level of passion and hunger to, provide it to them.
exactly, exactly. That's so true. Like, so in that, if you want to survive in this field, you need to keep updating yourself.
True.
So what happened, like the transition of learning manual therapy. We go reach all the places for learning manual therapy. Then we also go and reach all these gadget learning, taping, cupping, acupuncture,
True.
IASTM, everything, neural mobilization. Talking from hands-on to all the gadgets, we moved. Then I understand at one point, particularly this is still lagging in India. We are in this phase, working more on the passive therapies and gadgets.
True.
Okay, and at one point, there was a demand for using tools like monitoring devices, okay,
Hmm.
tracking the athletes' performance, and working more on active part of recovery.
True. True.
So that's where more evidence comes to place, okay, and more evidence starts to play a game inside. And from that point, we work more on the technical aspect, and that's where the transformation happens from being a normal person to a performance specialist. Again, to add on in this, we have our own endurance in this because it's a teamwork. It's not a solo person's work.
True. True.
Physio has to merge with the coach. Physio has to merge with the master. Physio has to merge with the exercise physiologist, biomechanics, and everyone. So it's a collective work. Sadly, again, in current trend, it's not happening. We are in the transition of using more of gadgets to move towards more of evidence-based practice. We are on the transition, and I'm sure, like in down the line, it will happen.
This, I think, could be interview's takeaway because I totally believe in this. Presently, many people they come to me also. I am not a sports physio, I'm a neurophysio. But still, your people asking me multiple questions. Like there is this coach, there is this person who's teaching about ISTM, and then there is someone selling the course for let's say taping, and the courses are they're charging hefty sum of fees for the courses, and not having a problem with anything, but many people don't even deliver the quality that they promise. So this is one thing which is again important for people whoever will be listening to this, that try to include the references, evidences, research, and active things much more than the passive ones.
I think I'm not against this. I'm not against the agent. Yes, you have to learn the agent because you don't have anything in your kitty. You have to go for the agent. But like people stops at the agent level and
Mm.
blaming like it's not happening. So I
Mm.
want something to be more beyond that.
Yeah, like you can do it for improving your skill set, definitely. But then you should be knowing at what time you have to use it and when it won't be working. So that is something which
Exactly.
comes with clinical reasoning and I think definitely experience.
For sure. Yes, for sure. That's for sure.
Okay. So next question, in today's world of competitive sports, what do you think differentiates a good physiotherapist from a game-changing one?
Okay. I think the good physio is someone like we would have read so much of Prakash's blogs and all. Okay,
Yeah.
Dr. Prakash clearly mentions who's a good physio, the one who is not celebrating more in Instagram, the one who is good with patients. Okay,
True.
the one who is consistent. Yeah, the one who give priority for EBP, clinical reasoning, documentation, and other steps. I can sum it like this: like in a session, if we divide 33, 33, 33, the 33 can be the good quality treatment which you give. The 33 can be all your soft skills, including your disciplinary thing, clothing, communication, and everything. The other 33 can be the documentation when referring to the exact professionals working as a team and everything. I think we still are in a zone of early celebration. We celebrate a
Mm-hmm.
lot early.
True.
We have to be. I think I'm a big believer of Lord Sai Baba. When you have a Lord Sai Baba, one side is patience, the other side is faith. Okay, so I believe like this too should be there for a good physio. I believe you should have a lot of patience and you
True.
should have a lot of faith. The younger generation, which I see, they want a lot of early success. I love
Mm-hmm.
they should get early success. I want them to get a lot of short successes, but they have to focus on the long term also because like,
True.
come on, you're going to be in this field for a longer time. Yeah,
True.
I
True. True, sir.
understand like celebrations, everything is important, everything should be taken into the kitty. But the thing is like, like there are so much important parts which we are not concentrating. I think those parts which needs to be worked has to be
Mm.
worked to make us as a good physiotherapist and be helpful for several people in the community. The
True.
ultimate goal is my mother always says this, and even when I talk to my wife, I always say this. It's about you have to be useful for the community people.
True, sir. True. That is, I think, the end goal of every profession, that we can deliver it back to the community
Exactly,
from our roots.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
I think
that
you all
was
are doing a
wonderful.
fine job.
So we try, sir, our
Maybe bit of
best.
bit of fine tuning. We all do a fine job. We are good enough to do a fine job, but maybe bit of fine tuning we all require. We all
True. True, sir. True. That comes to my next question. Like, generally, we see young physios say, I want to work with a sports team. But what I want to ask over here is, what's the actual truth behind that dream? Like, what's the part no one talks about?
uh, that's again beautiful question. The problem here is if you want to become a sports physio, still like there are so many people perceive sports physio in India, right?
True.
Now the masses of physiotherapy course, sports physio, so many are joining. And if you see the people who are on the field, on the core area of practice,
Yeah.
there are very, very less in numbers.
True. True.
When
True.
I when I see them, I see them there. They are leaving at so many paths. Okay, they are leaving their they are leaving at so many places. So to take on that side, I would like to highlight few things here. The most important thing first is the baseline education. Okay, Most of the time, we physios at the bachelor level blame the teacher is not taking well.
True.
Okay, this stuff is not good for me. Okay, come on, guys, you are at 2025, and you believe me, like here you have all the resources.
Hmm.
Okay, and you have to strive hard something on your end to make yourself better,
True, sir.
to get
True, true.
improved with your fundamental and foundation skills. Don't blame the outside people. Every time, see, the way I improved is when people say something on me, I start to work on that.
Hmm.
Okay, rather than blaming them back, I think it's good to work on ourselves.
True. 100, sir.
So,
True.
any specialty you want to get better in physiotherapy, your baseline foundation should be good. I saw you having so much of spark in neurophysiotherapy. I said to my wife, like, this girl is like around 4 or 5 years of experience, having tons of knowledge in neurophysiotherapy. When I had a talk with her, like 2 days back, I said that. But you believe me, like, you have so much of resources. Similar to that, I think like the fundamentals which you laid on the bachelor's level is wonderful, right? So I think that's the first part we are leaving, the base level we are leaving. Okay, I think we don't like and choose the physiotherapy part. I believe it ends, for most of the people it ended as an accident.
True.
Okay, let it be the accident, but again, once you are in the accident, try to work on something that which we are never working. We still on the trauma of accident itself. We are not getting above there. So
True,
you know,
true,
like
true, sir.
that's the first one. And I think when you go on to the specialty one for sports physio particularly, I think the gadgets thing you have to learn for sure. You have to
Hmm.
learn. And as you said, I'm really concerned on the money they are losing on the gadgets. So much in dry needling, cupping and taping.
Hmm.
I think please spend the wise money with some wise people. Don't lose
True.
money to every people. The most important thing which we when we started Rehab Dialogue, I said myself that we provide high quality. That's why I always put the same in the WhatsApp group also.
True,
We will
true.
provide high quality. We will bring good people inside. That's the thing. You need to and I think like CPR, first aid, vast knowledge in sports science. I think all these things are very essential to get on. Okay. The other thing after getting all your credentials done, the mantra is to stay consistent on doing sport assignments. Get good
Hmm.
name, and I think once you keep doing that in one particular sport or throughout, I think the gateways are open here. Okay, the problem at the current gen people is they don't have time to go through this much of things.
True, true. They want it easy. That is what I guess. Guess.
They want it easy. And again, come on, you please understand if you want to get things easy, the profession is not in the easy stage in
True.
India.
True, true, true. It's a
No, you
different
know, like
struggle.
people are correct. People have just been aware about physiotherapy for the last 15 to 20 years.
True.
I still remember on 2007, 6 and all, when we go to the patient will be completely asking like, come on, this guy came for giving current. Current
Yes.
person has came.
Yes, yes, yes.
So from the position where we are onto a referral burn to the place where we are onto the first contact practice, we have grown enormously for sure.
True.
But I think these things are very important here to become as a good elite sports physio.
So thank you for your warm words that you told about me. And one thing, you guys, please follow Sir's advice. I think that was the pearl of the session, sir. Really, you highlighted it wonderfully, and that is really very crucial information.
Yeah.
Next question, sir. What practical steps like certifications, networking, and mentorship would you advise someone who is aiming to enter the elite level of sports?
Right. I got mentor at different levels of my career. I can separate into two at the beginning stage, at the specialty stage, and at the research level. Okay. I definitely I will take this opportunity, our platform with this. So I'm really glad that I can share some good names here. When I'm at the school college level, I got admired from so many of our faculties. So like way back at that time, I am from a college called Vivekananda College of Physiotherapy. It's down in South Tamil Nadu, where we are the first college in Tamil Nadu to start Masters of Physiotherapy.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So, like in 2001, uh, people who are watching, please do understand physiotherapy master starts at 2000,
Oh,
2001. Yeah, from that only we are a master's professional for around like past 20, 22, 23 years. That's all. So we are the college who started uh, our bachelor's course along with the master's course initiated by the private institution, first in Tamil Nadu. So our college has a good handy lecturers. We admired our lecturers a lot. Okay. Come on, students, like people who are studying in the colleges, definitely there are 2 to 3 good resources inside your college.
true.
I think like if you like them, the good start is you need to admire from there. So for me, like to name few people, Mohana ma'am, Mohana ma'am was wonderful there, and my principal is also the current principal now, S.K. Rajkumar sir, wonderful human. So much of soft skills has been learned by S.K. Rajkumar sir. And after my bachelor's, I have to mention few. The one who currently works in IPL, Sham Sundar, works for Sunrisers Hyderabad. The one who currently works with Andhra Cricket Association, Srinivasa Rao sir. All these guys mentored me. They took me. They even when I have worries, I call Shini sir. I'll say like Srinivasa sir, this was the issue. This was the things which was happening. And like these guys also share their own experiences.
That's wonderful.
I got
That's
some time
something
to
which
spend
helps
with,
us
yeah,
learn.
yeah. It's not alone learning, it's alone getting help from the people. And like that time these guys took me forward. Ashish Kaushik, the one who worked earlier with National Cricket Academy, now he is in UK. So these guys help me. I call Ashish. I can't trouble Ashish sir often, but sometimes I call him and he gives me super duper feedbacks and everything. And from there, when I reached research, to name Hariom sir, Prakash sir, Tangamani sir, like there are so many people who are fascinated to do research. Okay, you believe me, my PhD started with Tangamani sir's research group.
No, that's
Okay,
that's really good to know.
there are like like it happens with these people, and I feel like alongside with this, with God's grace, I worked with so many international tournaments. I got to admire foreign physiotherapists, the international trained physiotherapists. Okay, particularly with the ATP tours. In tennis, I did till the maximum. I was part of 2016 Rio Olympic preparation. I helped so much for my state. So during that time, I got an opportunity to work with a lot of foreign physiotherapists, like foreign trained physiotherapists. And
Okay.
believe me, there is so much to learn from them. They are on time. They hit things onto the floor. They document it well. Like like you can't point them like you're wrong.
Things which are still a dream for
So
India.
correct, for sure. So, like all these things, I cannot name one. If Mona Krishnan sir from Pondicherry, he admires me a lot. There's so many physios. There are so many physios to name. So these people made me all together, I think.
So that's wonderful that the way you share the gratitude, that is a skill worth learning, something much more than sports physiotherapy. Uh, so,
Yeah.
so that's wonderful. I've just come across a few names. Recently, we had Tangamani sir who gave a webinar. I know Prakash sir. I know Hariom sir a little through different social handles. But really, they are very inspiring. They are a fund of knowledge, and yet their humility is to the core. So I think that is truly something which sets the mark something apart. So that was really wonderful to know.
Yeah.
Uh,
And to
yes.
add up, Ansala, there are some good physios in the college elite level also, particularly
Yeah.
the principals,
Yeah.
who are doing amazing job. Take Kaylee
True.
Belgam, Prashant Mukkanave sir, amazing person. To name, I can add many people who are doing a fine job at the elite level and also at the leadership level.
True. So true. That is very important. Like the leaders who set the stage for the coming generations, who do it
Exactly.
right. That is very important. So, with that, for my next question, in your view, what's the biggest mistake new grads make when they're entering sports rehab? Like, you can answer technically, professionally, but what do you think is your biggest mistake?
I think you guys, these guys are running for, like, running at the rush. Like, they want to get everything immediately. That's what
Hmm.
the immediate thing.
Hmm.
And as I mentioned earlier, early celebration.
True.
Early celebration on everything. Okay, I think, like, yes, you have to celebrate for the small steps. They don't know, like, what is when to celebrate a bigger one, when to celebrate the longer,
Yes,
the shorter.
yes. I agree, agree.
Yeah. So this is one, and the other thing is, like, like, still, it's not a blame thing or something. I think, like, still, uh, the beautiful thing about the current gen is highly their potential.
Hmm.
They
True,
can
true.
grasp like anything. More techy, more confident also. The
Yeah, very
problem is
confident.
they don't. They're very confident on what they do. Like, I admire a lot of the younger ones who are doing rocking business. The problem is they are not get mentored properly.
True.
That's
This
the
is this
biggest
is
problem. I
something
think
like this is something like we are in a state where there is ample. In fact, there is much knowledge available, but we guys don't know which to grasp and how it will lead us to the goal. Like there's too much information, but when we talk of the right information, we are lacking at it. So that is one thing.
exactly. That, that is one thing. The other thing is still you can read. Still there are so much of left. But what these guys think is, oh, I'm a rock star here. I have done everything. Everything should
Yeah,
fall onto my leg. That doesn't happen in the world.
true, true. It's a
See,
hard reality, hard truth.
even at
Yeah.
this stage, very true. Even at this stage, I am working very hard. It looks like till I die I have to work.
True.
Till I'm active this field I have to work. Okay, so there is so much things left to win. There are so much things left to do also. But the saddest part is, like, I know everything. Everything should come on to me. Okay.
Hmm.
I think, like, it's a kind of like arrogance, egoistic things comes across at the early childhood or maybe at the middle level of the career. And like, once people who have passed through that pathway, Hansala, you would have heard about the Dunking curve effect, right? A
Sorry,
stage
sir.
where I know everything.
Yeah.
Dunning curve
Yes. 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 Sir.
in Dunning curve effect, okay, you can see the stage where I know everything to the stage where I feel like I don't know anything to the stage, yes, this is what I have learned.
True.
I think this stage they have to come.
Yes. Agreed. Agreed, sir.
Most of them stays at the plateau. Hey, I am a rock star, I know everything. And at one point, if they get hit nicely from the profession, they come down and they feel like, are you nothing?
Yeah.
Again, don't be at that stage, don't be at this stage. There is something on the optimal level. Go for it.
True. True. So.
And I feel like please use technology, please use mentoring, work more harder. That's what, like, you keep working. Maybe, like, if you are in this field for 5 or 6 years, things are different.
Hmm. Agreed.
And the problem is you need to get experience, but
Hmm.
getting experience in the right way, right track,
True.
makes you far more better than a normal physiotherapist. The problem is everyone is getting experienced. Are they with that quality? It's still
True.
a questionable mark.
True.
I think that part we need to work a lot.
Work a lot. Like many people need to work quite a lot on this. So
Exactly.
again, a very wonderful answer, inspiring answer, much insightful, I'd say. Coming to the next segment where we are going to talk about evidence, how it meets emotions, right? So, first question. The field is moving fast from load management models to neuromuscular control and wearable technology, as you rightly mentioned. Which trend do you think will actually last long?
I think countries like ours, still we are not using more of technology things.
Hmm.
Okay, let's say I want to do testing with a force plate or an isokinetic device
Hmm.
or any kind of high performance substance. Like, I don't have that in my place. I think it is good to start with subjective things
Hmm.
and some small handy tool based things. Let's say we are in a place, like, still we are not using more of goniometer and dynamometers. I think that's the base. I believe, like, still we have to work more on small gadgets, which is less expensive,
Hmm.
more useful for the public rather than trying. That's what the problem with physiotherapists. We always see kitty things. We
Hmm.
want IASM tool, magic things happening with the cost of treatment, nothing with the part of diagnosis.
True. Very true.
I think like we have to, yeah, we have to start with the smaller handy kitty devices, which is very useful for the sporting population. And from there, we need some stakeholders. We need so much of researchers. We need so much of specialized physiotherapists. Not even in sports, in all other electives of
True, sir. True.
physiotherapy, neuro, cardio, physiotherapy, and everything, where you can build more.
Hmm.
And if we continue in this techie part, if we more on the diagnostic part and physical assessment part, I think downline in the 10 years or 15 years, we have some brighter aspects going to happen in physiotherapy.
True.
As the technology is transforming, we have to work more on the newer things rather than the old gadgeting things. That's what I believe. And we need to come out from the treatment part, Ansala. We are always onto the treatment part. That makes me really worried in all aspects of physiotherapy. See, neurophysiotherapists, they are highly concentrating on passive movements.
I don't know why,
Go
sir. I
about.
don't know why. Still, we have a breadth of research which tells no, but still, there are people, when a person comes with spasticity, the first thing they'll do is give stretching, tone management.
Correct,
So that's the
correct.
irony.
I think that is something which we need to see.
Yes, so that's wonderful. So the point was that we should focus more on diagnostic parts and then with a good evidence-based treatment. That is how it will work. Right.
To add
Next,
upon,
yeah,
to
yes,
add
sir.
upon, I would like to add one more also. I think this sports physiotherapy kitty things will move more from passive to active for sure. It is going to
Let's
take time.
let's hope so.
Active forms.
True, true, true. So next question: if you could debunk one common sports rehabilitation myth forever, which one would you choose?
Okay, I think like I can say for another one more session that there are so much things happening around.
True.
But like I know like there are physios you get an acute injury in the ground. Okay, they learn some dry needling technique somewhere in any workshops. They try doing that in the on field.
Hmm.
Immediately they rush. Immediately they do soft tissue release. Come on, already internally some inflammation is happening.
And you're adding
Internally
to
there is
it.
some bleed happening, and you are adding more onto it. And you believe me, I can. That's what I said. It will take one day. I can say like even simplest things, basic things. We are leaving. We are harming the athlete at multiple occasions. Okay, and that's what made me worried at several times. That why can't we do the simple things, simple useful things in a proper way? Okay. The other thing, I'm pretty much sure, as I mentioned you earlier, the fundamentals of the problem here. Okay, that's what like the right from anatomy physiology is where we left, I believe. The
Hmm.
problematic thing starts from there, where we didn't study more better there, which leads to so much of things here.
So much of
So
things.
I think like to add up so many I can tell Ansala, so many. This is the basic stuff. And I believe like see, there are people who spend so much of time on 1 hour rehabilitation, 2 hours rehabilitation, particularly in clinics.
Hmm.
They want to open a sports rehab center, but come on, that is not really required for your athlete. There are so many things can be done. And spending the duration, I don't know where the duration of 1 hour comes in physiotherapy every time. You
Yes,
go to
yes.
stroke patient's home, believe me, the physiotherapist has to do for 1 hour. I'm not sure where it happens, where it comes across.
Yeah. I've heard there are patients who literally see the time on the clock, whether 1 hour is complete or not. You're leaving earlier. There's still
Correct,
15 minutes left, so I
correct.
don't know where this thing comes from. True.
So I'm not sure, Ansala. These are the worrying things which should be changed. I'm hoping it will change.
Okay. Yeah. We hope. We
Yeah,
hope. And that is what keeps us alive. So,
yeah.
next question. So, let's lighten up. What's the funniest or probably the most absurd thing you've ever been asked to do during a match or like a training camp?
Okay. I think you will be paid less and you will be added on with lot of other responsibilities. Okay. This was in my early point of the career. Okay. Uh, where like people who hire you as a sports physio way back on 2008 and 2010 and all close by that time, it was the time where the awareness was generally creeping up in the
Hmm.
community. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So you want to do 360-degree job. You want to bring the water bottles. You want to work for the water monitoring, electrolytes
Oh,
monitoring.
okay.
Sometimes you need to work for the recovery part where you have to work as a masseur. So you need to become the all-in-all person.
Hmm.
Sometimes it would be so irritating and frustrating where you have to do everything. Okay. And you believe me, like nowadays, a physio who play the sport are, let's say if I'm a good volleyball player or if I played something volleyball early, I will be a handy person to be inside that team as a volleyball team physiotherapist because
Hmm.
I can help the players on the training time also.
True.
So I think like it's funniest at one time like I have to think like what is this studying something and working all in all. Okay, and about other time like okay, we are here for some purpose and we are not doing that. So like it's a mixture of something.
Mixture of everything.
And mixture of something. And there are several times where the athlete will do some acting things on the on field to run the time. They use us, particularly in football and hockey.
Oh, okay. This
Even
is
on
new
tennis, they do
knowledge
it.
to me.
What they do is they would have not really got injured, but they don't want to waste time. They call the medico. Come, come, come! I got injured. When
Oh.
we go closer to them, they will say like, sir, please, please, please. I'm just wasting some time here.
So this is
Okay,
something
so
new which I get to know as a non-sports person.
it happens because like when you are with the team you always want that team to do well, you
Hmm.
always want the team to win also.
Win-win.
So
True.
yeah, it's like rather than being a physiotherapist there, you need to put your heart and soul there.
True.
And every time when I take it, it is a huge responsibility. And Hansala, believe me, so much of time you will be investing on this. If you have a family, I think so. If you have a wife or a husband and you are a sports physio, want to spend some good work-life balance, again, come on, it's not going to happen in India.
Much difficult.
Yeah, it's much difficult. That's what I'm telling. Yes.
So yes, it is funny. So have you ever had that oh no moment in a field, something that went hilariously wrong, but then it became a great story later?
Yes. On my early stage of my career, I don't know until I have a plus career. I came in TV several times. Okay, I was onto some talk elite shows and I'm really blessed. Okay, my mother cried when I was on TVs watching for the Rio 2016 Olympic preparation camp. I was part of that. You
Okay.
believe me, Ansala, that 2016 Olympics there was just three physiotherapists for 200 athletes.
Oh my God. Heavy burden.
That's a heavy burden. So that was the time. Now it's different. Now by around 10 years back, it was. Now it's quite different. Like the current Indian women's team who won the trophy World Cup
Yeah.
had around two physios, two masseurs, one doctor, and one head. He's my friend. The one who's head for the triple SM team. Unbelievable. Like they have good support staff around 10 or 15 people for 16 players.
Players.
Okay,
That's
so
wonderful.
that time it was that time it was way back. But I will tell you one funniest or hilarious thing which happened for me. One day on Hindu newspaper, it was on 2008. Okay, I was not in the smallest clue to treat ankle injuries at that time. Okay,
Okay.
I don't know. Like now, students like when they pass out, they celebrate a lot. Seeing two TKR, seeing two ACL cases, then they conduct a master class. I'm not sure where this master class comes. If they will be conducting, and again there are around 15 to 20 people attend that workshop also, the newer one. Just because this guy is very famous on Instagram.
True. Agreed.
I, I,
Agreed.
I am not sure where this workshop, who is allowing these people. There are so many things to be talked in this. But believe me, at that time, I literally agree. I was from our bachelor's college. Hansala, I took like 2 years transition after my bachelor's to
Okay.
study my master's.
Okay.
So 2008 to 10 was a time where I really tested myself, putting myself on a fitness center. I worked in a
Okay.
gym.
Oh,
I worked in some small sports places with a bachelor degree. And believe me, we are gifted with our bachelor college where the OPD is really good. People teaches us a lot, but we don't get sports specific cases there.
hmm.
So I was completely new at 2008. I was completely new. I dealt an ankle injury. Who's a Brazilian tennis player? Okay. Next day I taped him with whatever I know. Okay, and he played that match and he won the trophy also. And he
That's
mentioned my name
wonderful.
on.
Stage. That's
And he
that's
mentioned
a
my name
thrilling
on
moment.
injury
That's a
sheet.
thrilling moment.
Because and sudden now for the last 7, 8, or 10 years, I am really mindful on what I'm talking. That's what I was
Hmm.
asking you 3 days back on text also. What can I do? Like sometimes the brain fog comes and I'm not mindful, and at that time I was not aware. That's why I asked you like what I can do further to be more mindful. But now I'm very much sure like what I'm doing has some reasoning behind it, has some evidence behind it.
Hmm.
Even if it goes right or wrong, has something behind it. But believe me, that time there was nothing,
I can
and
guess
I
it would
got
have been
ready for it.
difficult. It would have been really difficult.
No, seriously, you don't have any clue, and you are on newspapers again. Come on, like I don't know like what is it is, but it happened at that time.
So that was very good to hear that you've been there, like all these people who are struggling at this moment right now. So if
Yeah.
let's have a imaginary question: if sports physios had an Olympic, what events do you think we would compete in? Like fastest taping, best poker face during pain, most creative kinesio tape pattern. So what do you think? This is a fun session, so you can have anything.
I think I'm a big believer of all the physiotherapy students who pursue physiotherapy want to be physically demanding and fit of they have to work harder on their fitness part, because I always say my students that you are the medicine for your patient. You are not someone like
True.
prescribing something. I
Hmm.
think the demand comes at the body level where you have to be physically fit and mentally good also. I think that you being yourself good is going to make your patient good. So I think in that aspect, I'm quite serious on this. But I can give an Olympics for taping guys. The current sports physios who are always interested on doing taping for every
Taping.
nonsense steps.
True.
Okay, so we can conduct Olympics for this guys only for doing taping steps, doing
Taping.
tapings with all smart devices, all lovely looking colors,
Yeah.
designs,
Designs,
and
shapes,
you know
patterns.
doing taping for no reason like what I did 20 years back.
So there is no
I think
moment.
for sure.
I have suffered with chronic trapezitis. I have had patellofemoral pain syndrome, and many people, like even students and professionals I come across, the first thing if I ask them that yes, I'm having a pain over here, I've tried much things and still chronic, right? The first thing they say, have you tried taping? You should try taping. In 2 days, I'll show what no one could do. In 2 days, I'll give you complete relief for the pain. So that is, I don't know why people are obsessed with taping. I don't know how
Crazy.
good it works. Do
Uh,
you think it really works wonders the way people say?
that rather than placebo effect, it doesn't have any effect.
I
If you
also
say
think
this,
the
it will
same.
become a
It will be a very censored topic.
yeah. But Hansala, compared to the taping one, strapping and wrapping techniques
Okay.
has some good evidence. I think
Okay.
like, I recommend all the sports physios should get trained more on that
Okay.
rather than doing this, because
Taping.
it really works on the immobilization part
Mm.
and for the early stages of healing.
Agreed. Agreed. So that is one
Yeah,
thing people can try.
rather than that, I think there are some good papers for that, but there is no very good supporting papers for kinesthetic.
Okay. Okay. So this is one good point. So you often talk about mindset. What habits do you think separate the resilient professionals from the burnout ones?
Again, Ansala, I was also onto a part of burnout, Ansala. Maybe, but I'm very much sure that the current generation will get burnout on 5 to 10 years. I got it 20 years. Uh, but I think like from that part, you need to work more on yourself. Okay, and as you should say yourself that you are here for doing more for the public. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll tell my personal story here. I was working very hard in my place down back in Chennai. My clinic was busy. I worked in my university. I worked in a private university there. It's a deemed one, and I also worked with a lot of tournaments. Okay, like even on Sundays there was no work-life balance. Okay, at one point I was asking to myself like, you love this field, you want to do this for another. See, I'm close to 40 now. I'm running with 39. I want to do this for another 20 years if things goes well. Okay, it's my wish. Okay, so when you want to do for quite longer time, I think there should be some break and there should be something worked on more on yourself.
True.
Okay, so what I thought is, let me change the environment for some time where things will make me further more better. And I think taking a break. See, I talked to Prakash 3 days back. He was saying like physiotherapy is my profession. That's all. Apart from that, there are so much things to be concentrated in my life. Okay, but I was at one point of time mad person talking only physiotherapy all the time. Okay, Hariom sir used to say me regularly. When you go and met her, I met Hariom sir's teacher at one function. Okay, and Hariom sir said that every time you talk to madam, she talks only physiotherapy because she doesn't know anything apart from physiotherapy. Okay, so again, come on, there is something so much apart from physiotherapy. Okay, which I understand very lately in my life. Particularly, there are stages I lost my family life. I didn't concentrate more on my wife and kids. Okay, I think like working all together in balance. Okay, keeping yourself pleasant and happy when you go for a dip. You have to be like regenerating yourself. Okay, I think these things makes you more furthermore better as a good resilient physiotherapist rather than putting yourself in a burnout point. You need to come out again from there, I believe.
I'm taking
You
notes as
take
well,
it
sir. I
clear.
am taking notes as well. I need to work on it as well.
Yeah,
So, yes, good one.
you have to. Yeah, you have to because I think burnout. You need to get out from that immediately because like there are so many people wants your help here.
True.
You
Very
are
true, sir.
here. I always say to myself like I am here to help so many. So I need to wake up again so that like I can help furthermore people again.
Agreed, agreed, sir. Now let us talk
Yeah.
about Rehab Dialogue, our initiative.
Hmm.
So, one reason we started Rehab Dialogue was to create a bridge between classrooms, clinics, and a good knowledge, high quality, as you said. So, how crucial do you think platforms like this are for the profession?
Uh, to start about Rehab Dialogue, Hansala, I think it's God's given, Hansala. For sure, it's
Thank you,
God's
sir.
given.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It really God's given. I think we both met at the right time, I believe. It's really God's given. I said this to few of my mentors also when I had a call. Because I was in a place where I thought like I'll do something with the online visibility, one. And I don't know, like the younger ones to come and dance in the internet. I'm not good at dancing also. Okay,
Okay.
I'm not good at taking videos and doing things. And like I love to be with people. I love the younger generation, but like I couldn't able to do something on the online one based on steps. Okay. And right now, I believe like as a professionals, we are shifting more towards online learning, blended learning, and I'm
Yes.
pretty much sure that AI is coming in, artificial
Mm.
intelligence is coming
Yes.
in,
Yes, sir.
more
True.
technology is coming in. I think like the next gen kids who are studying physiotherapy currently with the first year going to gain more in these things. Okay,
True.
so I think at this point there are more similar platform like how Rehab Dialogue is functioning. There are so many. Okay, as I said, the one who sees two cases also running this.
True.
The one who is with 1 year experience is also running this. Not to harm them, it's very good for them also. They have come here to do with some passion, but we are here to provide a good quality one.
Agreed, agreed, sir.
Okay. And I always say to you, we want to do this for a longer time.
Yes,
Okay, in that purpose, and I think like I'm a hard believer of something. We, as a professional, we want something in our life. I think this profession gave me something, and this is one of the ways that I can give it back to the profession.
true.
So in this
Agreed,
aspect,
sir.
I really love Rehab Dialogue activities which we do right now. Part of this, we will take so many people who can
Yes,
share their part on their own electives. Okay, and
yes,
I'm really blessed. I'm really blessed to be in this initiative. Really, really, I'm super duper happy. I was really happy when I started my clinic 15 years back. See, the amount of hard work which I put in on my clinic, still I'm not in Chennai, but this clinic is still alive. Okay, so that was the love and care which I put it on my clinic, equal to what the love and care which I put it on my son and on my daughter. Okay, and I see Rehab Dialogue in the same way.
thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you. It's great.
we have started this with so much of love and care, and we will take this for a longer run, not
True,
with the
sir.
financial benefits. We are here not to earn more from the physiotherapist.
But we're definitely here
Okay,
to, uplift the quality of the field
correct. For
and
sure, we
help
will
each
do
other.
something useful for the community and help each other and for the community.
Yes, exactly. So that is actually people are oath.
Hmm.
That is what we want to do with this initiative of Rehab Dialogue.
Exactly, exactly.
So how do you think collaborative dialogues like these can break the silos between neuro, sports, musculoskeletal rehab worlds?
I think like the problem is, as I said, like still people who are pursuing physiotherapy wants to love it. Else, guys, like if you, I'm very clear in these words. If you are not putting your energy, love, and hard work on an accidental thing, I know
Hmm.
most of us joined accidentally in physiotherapy.
True.
Okay, and again, you need to live with that, and you have no other option to change the profession. Also, you will say like I'm going to leave, but you know, like you can't leave. I've seen
Hmm.
so many physiotherapists.
True.
You can't leave. Okay, so I think like the most biggest point is you need love at the base point. Then like platforms interviews like this will be really useful for the people who wants to pursue their career in specialty.
Hmm.
I'm not sure like how much I have given the valuable output in this interview, but I
No,
think
sir.
like
So it's
if you are
very
onto
valuable.
sports physiotherapy, it's very well. Hope so. Hopefully, so like, but I think like these things will be useful for the upcoming sports physios. So similar to that, let's take Professor Arivo. There is so much of things left on him to listen on neurology physiotherapy aspects. Okay, but the problem is still we are not seeing a Rajinikanth here in physiotherapy. We don't have Amitabh Bachchan here in physiotherapy. There are people, but you know, like the younger one is not looking because they are not loving it.
Hmm.
I'm not saying everyone. We are talking about the vast majority of people.
True.
I think like in that aspect, if you start to love, if you want to use this platform, then I think these interviews will be really good for those people.
Agreed, agreed. So, if you had to leave one message for the next generation of physiotherapists, like your legacy line, what would it be?
I think one thing is like again, as I said, so much of talented, so much of the Gen Z and the previous generation people. You guys have super duper brains. You grasp it easily. Amazing talent. Okay, but believe God is going to give you everything, whatever you want. Life is like it's very short, but you can see the fullest of life if you go on a proper track. Okay, so I just it's not like a kind of advice that I want to give here, but I think like find your pathway rather than getting experience.
Hmm.
You need to get the exact pathway. Reach out for good people. You have so much of available resources. You're so you I again say you there are amazing professors in your colleges. See them. There are some good physiotherapists doing very good clinical practice in Gujarat, in Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, everywhere. See them.
And learn
Okay,
from
there
them.
are some amazing. You have to learn from them. That's like not seeing alone. You need to learn from them. I think like we are wasting our time seeing jealous on other people. See my
Hmm.
colleague. dancing on Instagram. Oh, this day, oh, he also passed out with me. He has opened a big clinic. See, I couldn't able to. Why do you have to? He has joined MPT. I couldn't able to do. Don't do that. If you love, you do it.
Yeah, focus on your
Don't
plate,
join.
focus on what's on your plate, and try to gulp it down your throat rather than seeing what is on the other one's plate.
Correct. I'm really worried, Ansala, because you see, if you want to do an interview once more, like I can do one worrying part in physiotherapy, but for
Sure,
sure,
sir, sure.
you believe me, how come these kids doing? I don't believe they don't like joint physiotherapy. Okay, masters level. Again, knowing everything, they don't join the masters physiotherapy. I'm not sure what's happening here.
It's a dilemma, sir.
Again, come
It's
on,
a
you're
dilemma.
guessing at the 2 more years.
Agreed, sir. So I
Okay, that's
think
what I want to say about the
sir.
interval.
I think that is the point where actually good mentorship comes in.
Correct, 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 correct. That's very important.
So that's one thing. So, sir, anything that you would like to add? Anything that you want to answer? Anything at all?
Uh, uh, I think it was like we had a wonderful time now. It went on really well. I hope this session can be useful for so many upcoming sports physios. And really, I have a belief like so many will watch this and it will be really, really useful for upcoming sports physiotherapists. And I also recommend you see good people, look for quality, and I would like to say only one thing. Maybe like people like me, we will continue for another 15, 20 years. It's next for you guys, particularly also you and Sala, where
Yes,
like
sir.
you have a responsibility to give it back to the profession again.
Agreed.
Again, own the responsibility, give it back to the profession. I think like if we do this as like I know like things will not change more in physiotherapy immediately. I know we as a professional struggling more with battling for the prefix suffix. I don't want to talk politics here also, but we as a profession struggling in that aspect. We as a profession moving towards a 5 year course, and like there are so much good things are happening, but as I said, rather than looking for all these steps, work on for the quality. And I think like, you have to grow high. Uh, there is so much of we are not in the safest world. We are talking in the serious mode. We are not in the safest world.
True.
We are not in the right world also. Okay, there are so much nonsense things happening around. Okay, so here it's our responsibility, like 2 to 3 people. That's what the initiative of Rehab Dialogue also. We want good people to join together. Okay, do small good things, and maybe the next generation can get benefited upon it.
True. So,
So that's
as
what I
our
recommend to
tagline
all.
says, I like to say that this is for physiotherapists by physiotherapists as an initiative. We have
Correct,
dialogue.
correct, correct.
So, we aim to
Take me as an
uplift the
example.
entire field.
For sure, we have to do this. For sure, we have to do it. Take me as an example. Like, see, with the financial aspect, now I'm okay. I'm doing well. Okay, I'm okay with my family aspect also. But still, the heart says do something for the profession. Okay, that's what I also. It's not like you guys can give it on different modes, but please give it back.
True. We should always try to serve. That's one thing I agree and truly believe. So,
We need so much of nonsense things to be ended here in physiotherapy. Okay, I think we should have some end for that. I'm not expecting for the next around 40, 50 years, but for sure,
someday.
we should have some end in this. Someday, when I'm in heaven, I will look on.
No, no, sir, before that, let's hope before that.
Yeah.
So, sir, this was, beyond a conversation. It was like a masterclass with humor, humility, and hard truths. You reminded us that sports physiotherapy isn't just about the body, it's about belief, it's about balance and bravery. For everyone watching, let's not just collect certificates, let's collect wisdom. Let's question protocols, push boundaries, and remember the athlete's comeback often begins with the physiotherapist's conviction. So, thank you, sir, for joining us today for this interview. I think it is wonderful, it is very insightful. And to our audience, keep moving smarter, thinking deeper, and yes, 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 keep this dialogue alive. Please comment whatever you felt was good about the interview. We would love to see it. Please like, share with everyone who can benefit with it. So thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Ansala. Thanks a lot. See you all, guys.
Thank you. Yeah.